And now we have Senator Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This first question is for Ms. Touton. It's good to be speaking with you again. As you stated in your testimony, the Interior Department recently announced its first ever drought restrictions on the Colorado River. These cutbacks hit Arizona the hardest. We expected that. Beginning next year, Arizona loses 18% of our Colorado River water supply, and we get 40% of our water from the Colorado River. So fortunately, Arizona is prepared for these initial cutbacks under the drought contingency plan that Congress authorized in 2019. DCP funds drought mitigation projects that help states absorb these Tier 1 shortages. And last month, we passed in the Senate the bipartisan infrastructure bill. It fully funds the DCP and provides another $8 billion to repair our aging Western water infrastructure. It also promotes water recycling and water storage projects, desalination as well. We worked very hard to get that funding included. So if confirmed, how quickly do you feel that Reclamation can get this assistance out to Arizona?
Good morning, Senator. First, as an engineer, it's amazing to be represented with someone with a technical background like yourself, though my projects are stationary and yours are literally out of this world. Regarding how quickly we can get that assistance out. First, this year, want to commend the state of Arizona and all of your stakeholders and your constituents for what they're doing, recognizing what next year might look like. So we reprogrammed roughly $100 million for assistance this year, including an additional $20 million for DCP and $7 million to complete the 242 half wells in Arizona to help bring water online as early as next year. But the bipartisan infrastructure framework is a completely different level of investment in the Bureau of Reclamation. And should it be enacted into law, Senator, I commit to working with you, if confirmed, in moving those resources as expeditiously as possible.
Well, thank you. Lake Mead, as of this week, is at about 1,066 feet above sea level. So it's Tier 1, gets 1,050. Then we wind up in Tier 2 with further cutbacks, not only affecting Arizona, but some other states as well. So this funding in the bipartisan infrastructure bill is what we need. We haven't seen a drought like this, as you know, in centuries. We're 20 years into this now, and it's impossible to predict what's going to happen here in the future. But even with help from the DCP, farmers in central Arizona, primarily in Pinal County, will see cutbacks in water deliveries. And most of these farms are the main source of feed for dairy cattle, which is the largest agricultural commodity in our state. What assistance can Reclamation provide to help farmers in central Arizona?
Thank you for that question. First, we have an amazing team in Phoenix in our area office who are engaged with your constituents, specifically the Pinal County farmers, on a weekly, if not daily basis on technical assistance. Part of our reprogramming was also Drought Relief Act funding that we've made available that certainly those farmers can also apply for. And finally, investments in Water Smart that they can also apply for, which was also included in the bipartisan infrastructure framework, is another assistance. And finally, projects like completing 242 half wells, bringing real water when it's needed.
Most of those Water Smart grants tend to go to California. It would be nice to see some equity there in how they're distributed based on need. So hopefully, if confirmed, you can take a close look at that, because central Arizona is, as far as Tier 1 of the drought contingency, central Arizona farmers are really feeling it the most. So thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you, Senator.